normally quote an example of Health Center 3 at Sofia in Busia municipality. This was a place which was just in place as a place for Magendo for cross-border trade. But decisions were made and that facilities were
Italy. One time, I had an health center too at Goma. It is located at a place called Inyanya. That's the best. Do you know what I found there? That the health center had not toilet. It was the best. I had to use my personal money to build a toilet for the health center. So these are your best. You are saying there is a health center here which was the best. Mine was rated the best without a toilet. And then it was the best by the way. So the issue of being the best, talk about the facilities that on the ground.
Sure.
The minister, now as you guide, I want to guide you. The minister has painted a picture of, failure. And you have been in the ministry for 10 years. They are interdicting CAOs, engineers, nurses, assistant nurses, messengers, security guards. You are the head of the technical service in that ministry. So address this committee particularly in that line. Either by saying you disagree with the minister, that is not the picture, or explaining, really, justify, give reasons why you think that you should not be the one to be interdicted first.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. What I can say is the system has very many actors. And it needed the time to have the minister come and question all these. Because all these agencies and government systems and operators have been around, but they have not raised it. So I think what we can do going forward is to reappraise what the minister has done and put in place all that it needs and takes to correct these things. So that's what I can say, because we have been moving, but the question moving at what percentage. But I think the most important thing is that the time for restructuring, the time for policy reform, the time for labor reform is now. Because for us we saw it, but we needed resources. We did not get resources to do that reform. But now, let us do the reform, restructure, remove what doesn't work, and put what works so that we make sure we can serve the people of Uganda. But otherwise, the Auditor General has been in place, IDG has been in place, all these institutions have been in place, and reports have been there. So it would even be not fair to bring one person out of that system and say it is this person who must answer the shortcomings of these issues. I submit, Chair.
But you are interdicting the money. If you have a ministry, under your ministry, a pit latrine without a pit is being launched, and you are saying that it is failure of the system, not you, your office. Whom did you interdict before the minister raised this?
Madam Chair, out of those 10, 7 were already interdicted under barriers. We've interdicted 3 right now. But what I want to submit to Honorable Chair and members is that time for reform is now. Because, you would wait for Auditor General report to come. It comes every year. You would wait. But also, most importantly, the minister has helped to break the orders and say there is no need to wait for anybody. For me, let me move. But I want to report this committee that restructuring is a solution, because all those institutions that were put in place by law have failed the system more than the ministry, because the ministry was building the local government system together. But there are those who are meant to take all these issues. So I think, to me, the good news is that the minister has made a clarion call that join in, let everybody join in, and we now do things differently, and we achieve results for this country. And we have given him full support and the Minister of State to make sure that this move becomes successful and results are on ground. We are not only interdicting CAOs. The Minister has actually gone into wherever there are deficiencies, and we give instruction for interdictions, and the interdictions are going on. Interdictions is just a message of saying, first step aside. Then they investigate, and then when they finish investigating, then we can take whoever takes the blame.
Thank you. Now we are going to open this. The members will now take the opportunity of asking the questions. So when we reach the time of answering, the minister now will decide who of these people answer what question. You have heard the opening remarks. I have my vice chairperson here. I see you are eager to ask the questions. I am eager as you. But now we shall allow the chair, the vice chair, to lead us in this particular section of this. So, and then after he has raised the questions, then I will allow my dear sister, then Honorable, the four of you there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Starting here.
Thank you. PS Uganda has at present. And I knew that before I heard you speak. Honestly, from your speech and that of the minister, I don't want to say that I have dropped my thinking, but I think there is a problem. Honourable Minister, I am also an advocate. I have dealt with most of these issues at the defense level. There is a problem which is institutionally developed. If I give my briefs, just allow me to give a few remarks. There is the district, the PACs, District Public Accounts Committees. And Section 88 gives the powers to the district council to appoint the PACs. The chairperson of the district, LC5, will choose his campaign agent to be the chairperson of the district Public Accounts Committee. Exactly. And you can imagine where you choose your best friend to come and ask and audit your performance. But apparently there is nothing that will help. Now we have a system, a local government system that mirrors national. In Parliament, these accountability committees are headed by the opposition parties. It is not practical to do that at district local governments. But I have a proposal, Honourable Minister, that as the PS and you have indicated that you're looking at amendments of the law, I think the Local Government Act, we can put a proposal that the losing chairperson of the LC5 or party, in case of independent candidate, the person. In the case of the losing, where the about party competition, the losing party appoints the district public accounts committee members. This will help to tackle that problem. It will not cause confusion because in Parliament it's working. I believe it can work. The confusion that may come up may actually be the solution to what is happening. There is a syndicated corruption system that everyone in the system is briefed that they come to it. We have even volatilized and created proverbs for corruption. That's a corruption proverb that they got its where? Its time. Mr. Minister, I was personally not happy with your operation at first. Because I thought you were looking at, you're targeting very small people. An askari, a nurse. I'm looking forward to see you handle this table here. This table here.
Vice Chair.
Mr. Minister, we'll answer at once. Let the Vice Chair go through his observations first, please, Minister.
When we handle this table here, Mr. Minister, my personal legal municipality will be very happy that the minister is actually working. But when you go for a car, which car is being supervised by the PS and very many other commissioners and directors, without having an issue with the ministry, I think you seem to be tackling small fish. If you really acknowledge as government now that there is corruption in the system, why don't you set up an inquiry, a commission of inquiry into the ministry? Let's begin with the Ministry of Local Government. We do a commission of inquiry. We have had many commissions of inquiries. We had one of lands. We have had several others. All government people acknowledge that is actually too much corruption, which has been institutionalized here. So I suggest that request the president to set up a commission of inquiry into the corruption scandals, or the corruption in the entire system. We can begin with the government, and then probably we go and have all the other ministries. Madam Chair, just I have a few small questions to the ministry here.
Quickly, in 2 minutes, Mr.
We acknowledge that your ministry got a vote of no confidence by your performance, Mr. Minister. And I don't know how your colleagues are really looking at you, but I believe no one is happy, because you see, the system has been set up that you who fights corruption become the corrupt. How prepared are you from the strong corruption system? Aren't you worried that it will turn against you? It's coming out?
No, it's okay, but I was just retorting that the colors are coming out now.
Sure. Mr. Pierce, there is an issue of understaffing. Beginning from, if you look at the office of the internal auditors of districts, most of these districts have got 2 people, employees, the secretary and the internal director. There is totally no staff. Then there is the issue of the district land boards. That's another set of corruption. Mr. Minister, they have sold most of the district properties, have been sold off by these district land boards. We have an area, the district of Masaka, Jinja, Tororo, which had a lot of public land. Public lands have been sold off previously, and as the law provides, they are supposed to give leases. But they have turned leases into customary ownerships. Mr. Pierce, do you carry out these survey reports on public district land properties? And what have you done on the properties that have been sold off? Turn leases into freeholds. Because once you turn a lease into a freehold, it means the property has left forever.
This was the Vice Chair, and you are my good honorable members of the committee. We shall allow one observational question from each one of us to kindly remind ourselves of the mandate of this committee. Most probably the minister will appear before the Central Committee on Local Government. Most of the issues we may raise here might follow under that committee. Let's try to confine ourselves around accountability, because that is where our mandate is as a committee. Thank you. Now let's start with number
transfers. You are saying it's good, well, actually, I call it you transfer problems. You find someone has a problem in Rapara district, tomorrow you transfer that person to Mukono. I don't think that you have solved the problem. Before you transfer someone, before you go into transfers, I would request if you can first assess, analyze, then you will see how you can handle the challenge as you transfer that person to another station. Then another thing, finally, when I chair, there is a challenge. This one I want to, it's a concern which I want to raise before the minister. Yes, you've been raising an alarm on poor performance, especially in health centers and schools. But we have also a serious problem down there. We have what we call understaffing. We have few workers. We find the health center is entitled to be having 60 workers, but it has only 2 people. You don't expect those 2 people to serve to the best. So I would request if we can, through your chair, if the PS can see how they can raise the wages and we fulfill those challenges we have in our district. Thank you so much.
The PS can propose, but that is done here. And when we go for the budget making exercise, please make sure that you advocate for a pay raise for our workers. Lastly, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. I am Samuel Edio, a member of Parliament representing the people of Amuria County, Amuria District. I want to say, behind every corruption scandal, there are people who miss the service. And that brings me to ask the peers, are you aware that you have stubborn cows that they believe their godparents are in the headquarters and that they cannot be touched? And who are those godparents? You are one of them. And that means you run them and stubbornly they can do what they do, well aware that you are covering them. So that the strategy would be to transfer. I have never had a district that is saying for us transfer a stubborn cow. We want a stubborn cow who doesn't do work. Every district wants a cow who performs. Number 2, I go to the minister. Minister, are you aware that there are roads that they say are from the headquarters, from the ministry? And those roads, the construction takes place by companies or contractors procured from the headquarters here. And they cannot be supervised by engineers down the road at the district. They abandon the roads, they do whatever they want, and they come this way. And their scene is in Kampala. And in Amuria, I have very many of them. They are contractors who abandon the work, the roads are there. I want to ask, when are you coming to Amuria? We are waiting for you. Finally, I want to say thank you for the work you have done. I have been doing that work. Incidentally, I was the chairman of Public Accounts Committee at my district. I made people refund the money. People pay the money, Tamgalaka pay the money, always people pay the money. Refunding. I want to ask other members, you are the person. Thank you.
That has been captured. There is a proposal, since it is very popular. Kindly, we cannot be here forever, colleagues. You are overthrowing this, Honorable. Okay, Honorable, raise your matter.
Yes, Madam Chair.